what you've done for me. Thank you, Lord, for what you do.
Okay, so here is my cheap little Growout tank that I bought from, not Petco, what's the other one? PetSmart. It was like 21 bucks. It had a filter, and it had a light fixture and light bulbs and little bags of fish food and stuff. Basically, it's one of their little cheesy ones that they put out, and you know, people that are starting in the hobby can pick one up. But anyways, so for me, I'm going to be adding gravel to this because I want a lot of surface area for my bacteria to grow on. And then I'm going to be adding the filter that I've had being outside in my aquaponics system, being inoculated with the bacteria that you're going to need to cycle the tank. I don't really need to cycle my tanks, and the reason why is because I'm going to be using water from my aquaponics system, and then I'm also, the filters are, you know, they were being ran through my my aquaponics system and basically filtering some of that water, which means they picked up a lot of bacteria. So I'm going to add gravel, and I'm going to add a filter, and I'm going to add a heater. That's it. I'm not going to add the lighting because the lighting sucks. And I'm going to be changing out the lighting anyways when I eventually, you know, plant this out. And I'm going to be basically literally growing stuff out, plants, and probably not snails in this one. Maybe snails actually in this one. I'm getting two, so I'm probably going to have snails in this one, correct myself. And then on the other one, I'm going to have shrimp and stuff like that to grow out, and plants basically. Because if you put snails in with plants, they'll destroy them. So let's add the gravel, and let's add the lighting, or the filter, and the heater. So this shouldn't take long, so I'm just going to go ahead and go through the whole thing and film it. This is already gravel that had been in a fish tank. Let me dump some of this out. So basically it has bacteria already in it. And as you can see, there's some of the clay balls and stuff that I had in my aquaponics system outside. They're basically all carrying bacteria. That gravel's wet, and it basically is just filled with bacteria. So I'm going to go ahead and just flatten it out here. I'm not using any good stuff or anything in this tank because it's just, like I said, it's just to grow out fish, and basically have an area that I can put fish that I'm undecided as to where they're going to go, and you name it. So just one of my grow out tanks. So there we go. With planted tanks, you want to kind of build things up at a slant like that. That way you get the whole view of the scape. So this is just habit. All right, then we're going to add the filter. And I just got a hang-on filter for this. And since I'm going to be putting snails in this, I took this piece off here, and I basically took a piece of nylon and shoved it in between there, and then I pressed that on, and so now there's a piece of nylon, so none of the smallest snails couldn't get out of this and into the filter. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and take my tank heater. Very important to have a heater, especially if it gets cold, and you know, whatever your fish needs are. Most of mine are going to be tropical fish, so definitely need a heater. All right, now let's go ahead and add some water. Okay, so let's add the filter and the bio wheel that I had out in my aquaponics system. And before I do that, I wanted to show you guys. It looks dirty, but it's got tons of beneficial bacteria that will start breaking down ammonia, nitrites, and break it all down into nitrates, and plants can take up nitrates. Or you can do a water change, but yeah. So I'm gonna add this, and I'm gonna add my nasty looking bio oil. So it may look nasty, but I'm telling you, this stuff's already got tons of bacteria in it. So very beneficial to get your stuff inoculated with bacteria, beneficial bacteria. Otherwise, you have to wait, you know, anywhere between 2 weeks and a month. Give it a month, really. I mean, let a tank cycle, you know, because the longer it cycles, the healthier your fish will be and the healthier the whole tank will be. So let's go ahead and add those to the filter. And then I'm going to move this tank actually onto my tank rack and fill it up because it would suck moving this if it was full. So let's go ahead and I'll just pop those into the filter and then put them on my tank rack. All right, so let's go ahead and put the inoculated filter and bio wheel on or in this Marineland filter. And Marineland's pretty good, pretty awesome company. Definitely take care of their customers. Filter wise, I don't know about this one, I've never used it. I don't usually use hang-on filters, I usually use canisters. So no, there's the filter and then the bio wheel, and you need to make sure that you put this thing on correctly, because if you don't, it won't spin good. There we go. Okay, now see how nasty it is now? Okay, so you can see it now. And that's just, it is algae, but since this room is going to be in the dark mostly, it should cut down on the algae growth. But that's the filter, and that's all inoculated and ready. And now I'm going to add aquaponic water, and I'm going to do this actually over on my fish tank stand so that you can see where it's going to be placed. So let's do it. All right, so let's go ahead and fill this tank up. So I'll speed this up for you guys. All right, and there you have it. The tank is full. I am leaving a gap at the top because, like I said, I'm going to be putting snails in this one for now to grow out Snail Mega's babies. But before I do that, I'm going to add some frog's bit, which is a really cool floating plant. Really nice leaves on it and stuff. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to soak up some of the nitrites, the nitrates that are actually still in this water from the aquaponics system. And I told you that plants eat nitrates. It's like a fertilizer for them. And is that it? Nope, I got one more. And I'm going to add a little barrier or something to where I can keep the plants on one side. But let's get a different look at this. See? Looks cool in the tank. So, I already primed, and you want to make sure that you're priming your filter. Just priming it just means putting water in it and making sure that you're not burning out your pump. So, let's go ahead and flick the switch that I got this on and the tank heater and get things started. Might make a little noise at first, but should even out. It does sound like I have bubbles, but it's trying to go. So yeah, this is my little Growout tank though. There we go. As you can see, this is why I need to build a little barrier, because see, my frog's bit's gonna want to go into that water and get pushed down. It's not a real big deal, but I like to have it a little cleaner than that, you know. So yeah, this is my Growout tank. Let me get this thing off the stand so I can show you guys a little bit better the look of it. All right, there we go. So the water's just a tad cloudy. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably thinking, what is he talking about? But it'll clear up. So yeah, nice root systems on these two. Still have fish poop on them from outside, which is cool. It's all good. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And also check out our other YouTube videos, YouTube channels and stuff that we have going on across YouTube land. I am going to be building other tanks, and I'm only going to be doing nano tanks like I've said in other videos. And I already got a few lined up here. This one's tiny. It's like not even half a gallon. So, but I'm going to make them look really nice, and plan on doing CO2 injection and all that. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for subscribing to my new channel. If you haven't subscribed already to Home Farm Ideas, I have thousands of followers there, like 32,000 or something like that. And I just show people how I grow food aquaponically, and also gardens and stuff. So anyway, fish tank. God bless you guys, and like always, peace.